No, we have these huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got at me was? One time she was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence. Just in case, you didn't get the memo, Evidently, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly, It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching. Oh, fuck! Ah! Now I get it. Upset daisy, sweetheart. Here we go. There you go. Oh. So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head. You could wake me from a drunken stupor, I could still give you like 9. Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason. Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying? Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week? There you go. Every day. You didn't do it, right? Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day, paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason. I'm not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story. All right, that was a hypothetical. You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figure that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figure this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot. So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse. And I got to walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, oh. I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta waterboard me with a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go, fuck yourself? Just say no. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? So now I'm limping down the street. I got Tourette's. Fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. And I got to admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you want to do, right? And fuck me? Fine. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall. I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her. Just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something, worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah, hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going onto the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're gonna talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears, it fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone, I don't wanna talk about it. Put the headphones back on, she comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to talk about it, right? Put him on. Third time she comes out, boom, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine, you want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Ah, right there. I just wanted to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous. No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know. But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, whoo, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now. I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him! Every fucking special I do, there's always one. Always, right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. I love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me. Fucking unbelievable. Look, I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? Well, how come you can't fucking ask questions? I just don't understand. Like, if I get bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it? How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire, they don't just drive away afterwards, they sift through the debris. How did it start? Here's an oily rag, right? Look, I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that. Let me extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right? I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist. They should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky? Really? Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? It's every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Dude, in your heart of hearts, what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream? And he fucking, you know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck. Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker. Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out. I'll bring my out. Now, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. You know? And I got to tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued. But after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm going to tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun A winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed. This desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call him a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? My girl knows my big thing is, my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, you know, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down! That isn't music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay? You're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick. Just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument. Okay? It's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down. And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.
I think this is Fight Club.
Tiny monkey people that can barely get by. Mountain lions running through the streets. Is that what you want? Yeah.
By the way, dude, the elk's been delicious.
Thank you. How do you like it?
I made this American chop suey with it, and my wife gave a fucking bad review before anybody even tasted it, and everybody just said, fuck it. Like, she goes, it looks like Hamburger Helper. I've been chowing it for like 4 days. Like, out of respect for that fucking elk that you shot. It's like, I'm eating all this shit. I don't care if it's fucking bad.
Does it make you more aggressive?
What?
Elk.
No, Joe, you fucking lunatic. Somebody gets in my face, that might cause me to get more lunatic. I eat a little bit of protein. You had to beat the fuck out of people for like 3 decades before you could like chill, smoke a little weed, put on your Little Rascals hat, and just fucking chill out. You don't understand. I love him to death. But this guy is the most testosterone fucking filled dude I've ever met. That's why I love him. I love him. He's like every guy I met in Boston fucking welded together. He's crazy.
The Little Rascals hat will haunt me for the rest of my life.
No, and this is what's killing me. No,
I'll never put this on.
No, Joe, you're crushing that. He's crushing that hat. Come on, you know he is. You're killing it. I love it. I love it.
You don't have to balance it out. I like it. It's hilarious. I'm laughing at me too. I'll never put this.
You know what because the older guys, Robert Kelly's and all, they all call you Billy. Colin calls you Billy, but I fucking Bill.
I'm
you know
just
what I mean?
immediately noticing. I don't know about the chain if it's
Yeah.
thick enough to be that level of confidence.
Yeah,
but that's more of a necklace.
When the chain's out,
he has on a fat chick ankle bracelet around his fucking neck.
No, I say guy when the chain's out.
Yeah,
the greatest thing about stand-up comedy is it's one of the, like, if you go to prison, it's hard to get a job, but like you can walk out of prison and do an open mic within the first week and people will put you on. They won't give a shit. Dude, they'd be like, dude, you should wear your fucking orange jumpsuit. You killed somebody? Dude, you should talk about that. That'd be funny. Like, they wouldn't give a fuck. I thought you were laughing. You were fucking yawning over here.
No, the mushrooms are fucking killing me, man.
I knew it wasn't just weed. I was just like, there's no way I'm taking a hit off of that. There's something going on here.
Mushrooms, baby. The shrooms. I'm shrooming.
know how fucked up this is? He's shrooming, and he's wearing pants like he went riding a horse today. Like side saddle or some shit.
Man, don't be like my wife. My wife is like Dick Patrol, man. Don't be like checking out my fucking tight pants and shit.
I'm almost 50, and I feel like things are kind of slowly happening for me as well, right? It's just nice to see, like,
What are you talking about? You've been on fucking television for like almost 30 years.
What are you talking about?
Mad TV.
Oh my God.
And everything else.
Okay, first of all, Mad TV was like doing community theater. That's how much we got paid.
I'm not. Well,
I'm just
but that happens
I'm
to
just
everybody.
telling you. I know.
Oh, did you get fucked over in show business? Did you think there was a big pot of gold and then somebody else took it from you? Yeah, that's what happens. But you were still on TV. You still walk down the street and people are like, oh my God, it's Bobby Lee from Mad TV.
Okay, fine. Fine, you're right. And I'm grateful. Okay? But I'm just saying
The amount
that
of empathy that I have for you right now is just awesome.
Thanks, Val.
How much of your day is
Yeah.
trying to pick this up and keep it
yeah,
buoyant?
I know. I know. See, the thing about him, though, I have to stand, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about him is that,
I feel like I'm getting cross-examined.
yeah, the thing about him is that,
Sir, you gush over your daughter. Not everyone gushes. Did your dad gush over you?
I mean, I was too little. Yeah, no, my dad actually at work did. At work, that's when I learned, like, oh
He
my
got-
God, yeah, he really likes us. But when he came home, yeah, he was cracking the whip. How's your bed made? You do your studies? Well, why not? You know, it was that shit. And he also had a zillion kids, so I mean, yeah.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
yeah,
somehow
by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it. Is there any way you can cut this out? I'm honest, dude. Like,
Seriously?
Yeah, no, dude. There's fucking lunatics out there.
Okay.
Whoa.
Off the air, I'll cut it.
All right.
Jeez. I love how surprised he is. Jeez.
Well,
There's
you can
actually-
mention the
there's
amount.
absolutely crazy people out
Okay.
there.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
What I got to do, what you have to do, is just consistently lie and change names.
that's one of
Yeah.
the reasons why I think acting is real scary to me, because I really I guess I kind of treasure the things that I do comedically. And so I just don't want to leave him at the whims of some other, some guy who's been up for 4 days.
Did you just say you treasure what you do? Like, literally your
little bit,
act?
yeah.
You're worried that some big Hollywood director... You can't take your comedic skills and say what the fuck somebody else wrote. You treasure your act so much. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The way that I present it, man. The way that I present it. If I give somebody something, if I do something funny, it's like, yeah, I'm going to leave it up to some fucktard that I feel like doesn't know how to best.
This dude is going to be such a nightmare when he makes it.
I love
I treasure these jokes. How dare you? This. What do they call it? This is vulgar. This edit is vulgar.
That is how it'd be too.
Yeah.
But I think I have like a thing. Yeah, it's like I don't like, I have a tough time working. I just think I have a tough time working with other people sometimes, which is one of the reasons why I got into comedy anyway. I just think.
Well, I would say get over that.
Yeah.
Get over yourself and get over that, because there's a lot of great people in this business and you're going to miss out. And I don't know.
No,
you know what?
I
You'll
totally
say
respect that.
your loved ones will save money on the funeral costs because no one's going to go. So there's not going to be too many fucking snacks they got to put together.
Been times though where I've been having sex and it's hard to pull out, and I wound up pulling out. I'm gonna fucking come inside you, and I wound up pulling out, and some of them are crazy. I'm like, I could have knocked that girl up 8 years ago, and I'd still be tied to her. Like,
My favorite part of that story was when your lower jaw jutted out and you're like, I'm going to come inside.
yeah, that was not. It did. It was a very visual moment.
Oh,
You get
Jimmy,
in the moment quickly.
fuckface over there. I enjoyed that.
I'm so happy I didn't do that with someone who I hated though, because there's certain crazy.
You look like the
people.
Birdman at Alcatraz. You shaved head and that crazy look on your face. You should have been like whittling some crazy toy. Yeah.
So you're quietly impressed with that?
No, it's just an interesting photo.
No,
It's an interesting photo.
All right.
Listen,
All right.
you're one of those guys, you don't need compliments. You
I-
actually need to be pulled down a
Yes,
little bit, to
Bill.
be tethered.
I give myself-
to something. And I would say that it betrays an underlying insecurity, but there isn't with you. You're just full on fucking ego.
I'm a full on
ego.
yes.
Like you probably thought that was an ugly sweater until you put it on.
Well,
And then you're just like, yeah, no, I'm totally rocking this right now.
Well, this is our
That's
funny
like-
thing where he bought this for me.
Our funny
and he put me in these bells.
Because
because it's Christmas.
Mhm.
It's kind of a
It is
bad.
Christmas,
it's
isn't
like
it?
It's a bad radio
It is
show.
Christmas.
It is.
Thank you,
I
Brian
wanted you
Callen.
to know, man.
I wish my podcast was as informative as the first minute of this.
Life-changing.
It is Christmas.
Life changing, Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the shots from the rear and stuff where you can just see it looks like you're performing
Yeah.
to like almost just an infinite amount of people at some point.
Yeah, it's not as big as you would think, but it's big, but it's like really intimate. It's like the sound is perfect. It's yeah, man, it's something else. I'll say that. Definitely
Susan
something I won't
Boyle
forget.
has been there. Remember her? Who else? I bet they've had. It seemed like has that place been around for a couple hundred years?
Since the mid 1800s.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, some guy. It was
Probably
Prince
Napoleon?
Albert. No, Prince Albert. Dude, I love how you just fucking reaching for shit here. It's a couple thousand years. It's been around. Napoleon. That's an old guy.
Well,
Bill Burr, comedian, baby. Made headlines in October 2000 and 2000 after controversial
2020.
monologue. You know, man, I don't know
2000 and 2000, Mike. That's
I don't know this
2020.
shit, nigga. Look, listen,
Those
man.
Brownsville schools, man.
Phil, tell me, man. But listen, right?
2000 and 2000.
It
That's
is,
fucking
man.
great.
2020.
It's 2020. Yeah. Be
Bill,
20 and 20, if
Bill.
anything.
Nothing worse than when you have the information and you just can't apply it and you're doing it wrong anyway. And you know, and you're kind of like, sucker.
Okay, there he is. There's the
No.
old Jimmy.
cheating on a test and still flunking.
Yeah, exactly.
Still getting a C. So you still get yelled at by your parents. How come it wasn't a B?
You risk
Because I couldn't
everything.
see your paper. Because a B and a D looks the same from across the aisle. I wish I had that line back in the day.
Well, B and a D looks the same.
Same from across the aisle,
very
and
funny.
just to admit that I cheated. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for not giving me the laugh and just being like, "That's very funny."
Well, I was trying to be
Hey,
helpful.
thank you for coming. That feels like when I auditioned for a part. That was very good. Thank you for coming in.
Dude, I was bombing on.
Or you can just say "fuck it"
Yeah.
and do what I did. So I just said "fuck it."
Okay.
But what if
And I do.
What
Like,
do you-
I love how you came at me aggressive, and now you're going. You got your those little panda hands.
I was.
up.
I love how you attacked my little panda hand.
That's
Let
what
me-
you look like. You look like a little panda.
I know. I was just because when you took your hat
You look like a
off.
little adolescent bear.
I'm fine. I'll take that. They're cute. But
They're
what I'm-
adorable.
I know they're very adorable, but I was just asking.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm never gonna fucking drink again, but
course you're not.
I had to like, I kind of just had to like step back and just be like, all right, because you know the reality is I got a kid, so I just didn't want to be that. I'm like,
yeah, you don't want to be drunk when your kid's around.
I'm like fucking Lou Grant with a bottle of whiskey in the. Remember that on Mary Tyler Moore show?
I don't
She'd have a
remember
rough day and she'd come in and
I don't remember the whole show.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
If I can explain it to
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
This fucking guy just I don't know what that is. All right.
No, I believe it.
I don't know. And the second I started to explain, like, I don't know the whole show. All right, I get it.
I believe
That's that comic ADD. Like, I don't want to fucking, I'm not into it. I don't want to hear it. I got it. Your show. Go ahead. Continue.
I remember. All right, let's talk about old shows then.
We don't have to. It was so funny how you bailed twice on that. You made
Patty
me,
Duke. What about
You made me
that?
feel like an asshole. Like that was the
Oh, did I
15th
really?
time I fucking brought it up. Sorry, no Mary Tyler Moore. One of the great ensemble fucking cast of all time.
I do know she just died recently.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to bring up a more positive story about the show, but yeah, it's the second time. I bring up fucking George Michael. What was it, an AIDS event? Some sort of gay thing?
Oh, I didn't say gay, bro.
But why did you say AIDS?
Because he had AIDS, man.
No, he didn't.
Did he?
No,
Jesus Christ.
he
dude.
didn't.
Well, people have been saying he did.
I think you are confusing it with gay.
No, I'm not. I didn't know he was gay. I knew that apparently he got AIDS in a park. That's what I heard. And that
No, he blew a guy in a porta potty and got busted for lewd activity.
Oh.
And then, he had a little fucking, he liked getting a little buzz at the end of the fucking day, and maybe it got away from him. I think that's what happened. But like, what I would like to focus on was how amazing his voice was and how talented he was. And I performed and stood in the same spot that this guy did.
Yeah.
That's what the point was, not what he died of.
I will get married, I was making that. I'll definitely get married someday, I love women and everything. I'm just finding I'm not, like, compatible with them. You know what I mean? You ever just feel that? Like, women have, like, too much energy for me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. You ever notice that? It's almost like they see that open day. They're like, oh, my God, let's go fill it up with shit. No, then they just come at you with one horrible idea after another. Horrible ideas. Like, you want to make some sandwiches and go to the park? You want to go to the container store, get some containers for your t-shirts? This is the worst one. You ever get this one? You want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, fucking no! But you can't say that, right? You gotta keep them happy. So what do? You agree. Like, yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $18 for eggs? Nah, you're thinking. Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs. Like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. Oh, you just want to flip the whole fucking table over?
Hey, something I've been meaning to talk to you about. We're going to that wedding up in Paso Robles, in a couple weeks, we're supposed to just kind of go right up and come right back down. Well, I was just kind of thinking, we both love wine country, and what if we just didn't come right back? What if we went up and maybe stayed an extra couple of days, Take something that was going to cost $900, make it cost $4,000. I just thought maybe we could do something like that, get reconnected. And I just go, yeah, sure, sounds great. And she was just like, wow, you are being such a good sport lately. And now I'm waiting for that peck on the cheek, but it doesn't come, right? She just stands her ground. Because, women, you give them an inch, they want to take a mile, right? So she's just standing there. And she's just kind of like, okay, cool, because I was also thinking, I
don't want to go to that dark place. Well, fuck it. Let's go then. All right? Okay. Well, I know. It always rains on you guys. You guys are all fucking depressed, right? Under the bridge doing whatever the fuck you're doing up here, right? Your sad music. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm in this weird part of my life. I really am. It's this great thing where I'm just letting go of a lot of shit and also kind of discovering stuff about myself. Like I found out recently I have like depression issues. I couldn't believe it. I always hate when people, I'm fucking depressed. Shut up, you fucking pussy. Just get up and plow through it like the I got clinic on the planet. I couldn't get off the ground. I had no fucking empathy whatsoever. I used to look at those people like, what the fuck is wrong with them? And I had the exact same thing. I had no fucking idea, I don't have like clinical depression. I have regular depression, I got the regular stuff, like a lot of fucked up shit happened to me. I never dealt with it. I just kind of kept putting it over here, It just sort of floats over here. And every once in a while, it taps me on the shoulder like, hey, you ready to deal with this shit? I'm like, okay, maybe. Or I could death scroll on Instagram and watch some guy refurbishing old skillets for like the next 3 hours. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll stay up till 3 a.m. washing people like power wash like sidewalks and driveways rather than unpacking that shit. And it's always fucking tapping me on the shoulder, creeping up on me. I call it the fog. So I try to stay ahead of it. And I have all these hobbies and all these different things that I do. So I just keep moving so it can't keep up with me, right? And I've noticed at some point, I'm going to have to face this shit, right? So the end of last year, I was taking like 6 weeks off from the road, and I knew the shit was coming, right? I felt it. I was, hey, here you go, Bill. You're off the road. Time to deal, right? And this time I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to sit in this shit as long as I could sit in it, and see what happens, right? So it took about 3 days before my wife noticed, right? I was sitting over in the corner. I had like an Afghan wrapped around me. I wasn't shaving and shit, and I'm just sitting there watching TV all day. And what's funny? When you shave your head like this, it looks like jujitsu possibly, But after 3 days, you look like some retired shoe salesman, that didn't get the gold watch. So I'm sitting there, and my wife, we got 2 little kids. She took her a few days to notice. She finally takes me in. She goes, hey, what's going on with you? She's like, is everything all right? And I was like, no. And she's like, what's the matter? And for the first time in 20 years of knowing her, I actually communicated an emotion. As swear to God. She goes, what's the matter? And I go, I'm sad. Exactly. That's fucking hilarious coming out of a man's mouth. It's just funny. Yeah. She didn't know what the fuck to do. Right? Men aren't allowed to be sad. We're allowed to be one of two things. We're allowed to be mad or fine. That's it. Right? Those are normal behaviors of a man. You can be mad like, Jesus Christ, who put this here? How many fucking times do I gotta say, keep this goddamn area clean? Jesus Christ, somebody's gonna fall, break their fucking neck. I'm so tired. I said it once, I said it 100 fucking times. Right? And then what does your wife just fucking rolls her eyes? Just send him out in the yard, let him walk it off. Throw him a beer out there, he'll be fine, right? Yeah, he'll be good, right? You're allowed to be that or fine. How you doing, Bill? I'm fine. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I said it was fine. Why the fuck would I say it's fine? And you're just right back over there. And your whole fucking life is that. And what's weird about a guy is we feel all the other emotions, right? Melancholy, being sentimental, enjoying a sunset, all of that type of shit. But all this in here is just called gay, right? It's just a giant bag of gay. You swing it over your shoulder and you just fucking throw that in the woods. That's it. You do that for half a century. One day you grab your fucking chest and you go down and then that's it. It's a fucking wrap. Yeah. So I'm an old dad. I got to be here for my kids. So I got to start figuring myself out here. So yeah, I just told her. I was like, fuck it. I just said I'm sad. And she just went, oh. She's like, well, was it something I did? Did I do something? I said, no, you and me are great. You and me are great. This is some shit from a long time ago, that I just been thinking it's been coming up and all of that. It's just been really bothering me. And she goes, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry. And then she just walked out of the room. And I couldn't even get mad at her. I was just envious, right? I was like, I didn't know you could fucking do that. All these years of listening to you dump your day on me? Having to actively listen? Mandy said that to you? No, she didn't. Oh my goodness. So what did you say? Oh, you said that? No, you were totally within your right to say that. And I feel proud to be with you knowing that you stuck up for yourself in that fucking moment. Jesus Christ. Right? Yes, I didn't realize that I could just be like, oh, that's between you and Mandy? All right, take it easy. Good luck with that shit. I'm going to go watch some hockey. That is some you and Mandy shit. Let me know how that works out. Or don't. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. So that's like been an adjustment in the relationship now that I'm starting to feel feelings. Because it's not about the guy at all, right? Like all of these fucking holidays. My favorite time of the year is March and April. You know what I mean? It's just 61 glorious days. No fucking holiday where the man has to make some sort of financial gesture to the woman in his life. You know what I mean? Like Valentine's Day, it just sneaks up on you every year. It's like, I just fucking got you something. I just paid the bill in January, and then here we fucking go again. When are you gonna feel loved, right? Jesus fucking Christ, here you go. It's something shiny. Are you happy? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're happy. Don't mind me. I'm just over here in a walking depression, but as long as you're happy, I'm happy. Don't mind me. Hey, look at me. I'm over here. I'm learning how to make a crepe. Yeah, I'm learning how to make a crepe. Wow, Bill, you have so many interests. No, just sad. Just sad, Just trying to quiet the voices so I don't put rocks in my pocket and step in the pool. Okay? Who wants a crepe? Yeah. There are a lot of sad men. I realize that now that I know how fucked up I am. You can always, I can see through the matrix. There's so many sad guys. They don't even know they're sad. Yeah, ladies, you're married. You're probably married to a sad guy right now. That's what the fucking garage is for. That's what the garage is for. You tease him to your friends. He's always out there working on that project. He's never gonna finish. Yeah, because he can't see the measurement through the tears. Right?
I don't know. You know what? I just find women that just like, I think they're great. I don't want this to come off like, I don't want to come off here like I'm some woman hater because, you know, I know I'm a psycho, but it's just like, I don't know. I just find them to be like relentless. Just every day, they just got to come at you. They just wake up, they have an agenda, and so they're like these psycho robots that never run out of batteries, and every day they just keep fucking, just keep coming at you, right? You got to deal with that every single day. Hey, honey, you want this shit? And you literally, you know, every day it's like waves hitting the beach, you know? Every day just eroding a little more your life away, you know? Just waking up inch by inch, you know? Every day just... Why are you hanging out with him? He drinks too much. Where'd you buy that? That's ugly. Throw it out. Till one day you're just hanging out in the middle of a lagoon, just floating there with your baseball cards. You're waving to your friends back on the shore. Dude, get me tickets. I still like sports. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Hey, honey, how you doing? No, I'm trying to learn how to pick my battles with my girl, you know? It's what I am, you know? I used to argue all the time. I'm just trying to pick the battles. Some days, they come at you. You just gotta let them go. You just let them go and follow them to whatever dumb shit they want to do. Like, hey, let's go get a picnic. We'll have a picnic. You bring the good bank and you fucking... Then other days, you just gotta get your hand up. You just gotta just create this perimeter, something for them to bounce off, like... You just send that psycho energy in another direction. Buy yourself a couple of hours for freedom before they bounce off something else. And they start coming back in. Go see my parents. No, they're relentless. They never stop. And there's no reason for them to stop. You know why? Because you can't hit them. That's what it is. Think about that. There's no physical ramifications for being an asshole when you're a woman. Do you know how much of a dick I would be if it was socially unacceptable to kick the shit out of me? Dude, I would be trashing everybody I saw. See some big muscle-bound guy, hey, I go to the fucking gym. Slap his protein shake out of his hand. Hey, go fuck yourself, right? But I can't do that, right? Every guy has a line, and if I cross the line, I get blasted in the face. Totally acceptable, right? But with women, there's no line. They can just keep fucking, just keep coming at you. Dude, they can do stuff worthy of like a suplex, and they'll just stand right next to it. They don't even have the decency to run away. They'll like light your clothes on fire. They're like, ta-da, I did that shit. Oh yeah. And I was so proud of my work, I stuck around to see your reaction. I invited a couple of friends to heckle you as you try to stomp it out with your bare feet. Oh yeah, they'll like key your car, sign their name. Susan did this shit. And you're sitting like, now, can I at least put her in a headlock, give her a couple of... Now, I feel bad for women that you never get to feel that. You guys should do it to each other, you know? Just every once in a while. Just haul off and just blast one of your friends in the face, you know? It's good for you. No, I know, yeah, I know. It hurts, you know, you can't feel your nose, your ears are ringing, but I'm telling you, man, it clears your head. And it causes you to, like, evaluate yourself. I swear to God, anytime I ever got punched in the face, I was always pissed. But at some point during the drive home, I'd always be thinking, like, you know, I was kind of being a dick back there, you know? When I really think about it, I probably shouldn't have said that last shit, you know? And you like, make that adjustment.
Air balloons he had.
No, it's a bad idea. You don't want billionaires in hot air balloons dropping toasters on people. That's a stupid idea.
You have like a little parachute. All right, gift certificates.
Well, while we're on that subject, Bill, excluding yourself, greatest 5 stand-ups of all time for you?
It's funny you said excluding yourself. Whenever I watch rappers, they always go like, so me.
I thought I'd make it easier for you. Just get yourself out of that.
It's so fucking funny. It's like nauseating, the narcissism, and then there's something about the honesty of that I love. Well, I'm obviously fucking amazing.
But you know, when Kanye does it, you go, yeah, that's fair. You could, that's legitimate to put yourself in the top 5.
Yeah.
And he definitely would.
Yeah, and there's something about it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to listen to somebody talking shit about themselves. Top, what do you say, top 5?
Top 5
Yeah.
all
right.
time.
Okay. Pryor, Carlin, Joan Rivers. This is where it gets hard. Like, who am I going to put in? Like, I just love so many people. These are just influential people for me. Cheech and Chong,
Go one more.
Sam Kinison. I'm not going one more. I got
He's going to give us the top 50.
you know.
Yeah.
I only don't throw Patrice in there just because I knew that idiot. And it would bug him.
Yeah.
It would bug him if he heard me and if I put him in or if I didn't. But, Mitch Hedberg, Doug Stanhope, Joe Rogan. And this is why I hate doing this. Mike Epps. I know I'm going to forget somebody.
Chappelle.
Oh, obviously, Jesus Christ.
I'd love it if you said, nah, not
Oh,
him.
Jesus Christ. It's hard to do people that are doing it right now because
Yeah,
you're making
of
me
course.
look
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously him. Jesus Christ. Me doing that is literally like when the guy wins the Oscar and he forgets to thank his wife or his mother. The fuck did I forget, Dave?
Yeah.
There was a few guys that I saw that were like no-brainers.
Yeah.
Dane was one. Like the shit that he gets through, the level that guy was killing. Dude, he put the fear in God in guys that have been doing it for 20 years. We used to do Dick Doherty, rest his soul, his comedy clubs and all, like, Drake at Mass and all these places. And Dane would have the headliner like pacing in the back.
Damn.
He was killing that hard, and he would be like, I shouldn't have to follow that. There's no, and my favorite thing, there's no jokes here. It's like, well, listen to the crowd. There's something going on here.
Right,
And like, he doesn't get credit. He kind of came up with like a new genre sort of style, like of it. And, it's just it's a weird fucking business, man.
It is. Some people, it's like the Bo Burnham thing. Some people figure out, not only did he figure out a new way of doing comedy, he did the MySpace shit too. I mean, he was so ahead of it.
That guy is a total fucking trailblazer. What I love is all the shit he got in the beginning. He just shut everybody down and he totally delivers. And then in the end, you find out this guy's a monster fucking talent.
Oh, yeah.
That can kind of do everything.
Yeah.
In front and behind that. He made some other movie, I forget the name of it, years ago, about like teenage kids in your first date.
8th grade?
Oh my God, it was a fucking...
I never saw it.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie. It just totally put you back into like your first crushes and the dumb shit. Like he had like, the kid has like a date. He's like trying to comb his hair and the dumb shit that you did when you were a kid. And, I saw that with my wife and we were like that, and I just remember thinking like, that's his first, I think that was his first movie.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, this is incredible.
He's a talent.
He's a talented son of a bitch.
It's interesting. People never say Kinison. I think people have forgotten Kinison. Chris Rock said Kinison was the last.
Yeah, what about Rock? What about Rock?
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Well, some of those guys, it's like you don't need to say it because they're like all. I got to throw somebody in there that. Fucking Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Dude, Jim Carrey being Tony Clifton, imitating reenacting the Kennedy assassination is one of the greatest pieces of physical comedy you're ever gonna fucking watch.
Quick impression, John Kennedy. Christ.
It's unfucking believable. And I got a chance when I did SNL to talk to him about it. I go, "Did you work that out?" He goes, "Nah, he just saw the car and he got in and did it." And it's just like, that's just thing. Just like, fuck, I gotta work hard. Yeah. So there you go. We did it. We talked fucking world politics right down. I know there's other people. George Gobel I liked. Gonna go back to the old school guys. George Gobel.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh my God, Rodney! Come on.
Yeah, so good.
There's too many of them.
There you go. Bill's favorite 5 stand-ups.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
I'm glad you brought him up.
I mean, look,
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. Dave Attell.
Oh,
Dave
David
Attell
Attell
is
He's
brilliant.
fucking brilliant.
You almost have to be just like, you got to do like, all right, your favorite comedians in New York City during this period. Because being that, it would have been Chappelle, Attell, Louis C.K.
Fitzsimmons is such a... so he came right before you from Boston?
Yeah, he was... as far as in Boston, there was that group of comics was there was Rogan, Greg Fitzsimmons,
Dane.
Nope, Dane actually started right out of high school, so he started in '90. I thought he started in '91, but like Dane was more my generation, and who else was up there? Like Jim Loletta, Todd Parker, fucking Robbie Prince, all of that. Those are like all of that crew, and then after that, it was I came up with like Bobby, Dane, Patrice, Gary Gulman came like right after that, Orny, and there was a great.
That's a crazy class.
Yeah, it was great. And then when we moved, and then Jersey had like Florentine and Norton and all that, and then we all just sort of came into New York at the same time, and and then all of that shit happened.
Yeah, the Patrice doc has little snippets. Thank God somebody was rolling a camera back then. There's a scene where you guys are all hanging on the sidewalk, and then Rich Voss walks up and goes, "What is this, a couple of middles?" 0 laugh, a pause, and then everybody laughed at him. How bad that bombed. And I was like, oh, that's such a great little moment that I don't feel like we have anymore.
Were fucking brutal, Tito. It was so stupid. When I look back now, I mean, it's funny, but it was so stupid. We didn't write one script, one sketch. All we did was try to destroy each other's confidence. It was just such like, it was like a bunch of abused like rescue dogs all put in the same, with like one pork chop there. It was just fucking... Yeah, dude, I used to fucking have anxiety going down in the cellar, and I was just thinking of everybody. I would think like 3 fucking insults for just to kind of get, I was like, okay, if it comes at me, I'm going to get it off me, and I'll send it this way, and, but what if Bobby's not there? Bobby's not there, I can't use that. Like, you look, and you couldn't look at the lineup. Like,
right.
You can't, so you had no idea it was going to be down there.
And then the worst is when you say one and they're like, "You prepared that." Like, I did. I thought I was going to be smarter. Shit.
We missed that. We really missed out on that. Like I guess when I first got in, I remember Colin Quinn and Keith like beating up on me when I was like brand new, and I was like, "This is amazing. This is it," But my first. And somehow it became like toxic.
I know.
This is bad, and then like you go in there now, and it's just like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean, I'm not going to romanticize like it was all, because I was comics going to me like, why do you sit down there? Just go down and do your spot. And if I was a healthier person, I would have been like, this isn't working for me. I'm not enjoying this. Like, I'd like to come down here and feel good about myself, not feel worse. Oh my God, the amount of shirts I could never wear again. Right. It was just like, I remember one time. I think it was Keith. Keith was getting so trashed for what he had on. He just stood up in the middle of the pounding and just ran out. And I remember, you can't fucking, you can do that? I didn't know you could leave. I thought you'd just sit here until it was over.
Because so many people like pretend that they don't give a fuck. Both in my business and in other businesses. I don't give a fuck. Hey, you know me. I don't give a fuck. Those people that advertise them. Like, that guy clearly, in the best way, didn't give a fuck. He really cared about people and stuff, but like he did what he wanted to do. And when he was on SNL, how big a gig that was, because there was so few channels, the internet hadn't blown up yet, and even with basic cable and everything, I mean, it was still, if you were on Saturday Night Live and you were doing Weekend Update, it was one of the most coveted gigs a comedian could have, and you were part of this lineage of, at that point it was, Chevy Chase, Jane Curtin, right on through to Dennis Miller's reign when he did it, and did Colin Quinn come after? I think Colin came after, but it was always just like the best of the best comics that they had doing it, and continued on with Tina Fey and all of them, and no one's walking away from that job. And if some suit at NBC tells you they don't like the jokes you're doing and be funnier, you're shaking in your, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm going to lose this big gig. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to piss these people off or whatever. I guess he was doing all those OJ jokes, and somebody, I forget how the story went,
there was somebody there that knew OJ or something and was telling Norm to back off and move on to something else. So what does Norm do? He just doubles down and he just does even more OJ jokes, which is like, you know, the balls that took to do that. And he ended up losing the gig. He got fired. And people loved him and he was fucking hilarious, but he didn't back down to the big fucking guy over there, and he ended up losing the gig. So, you know, as luck would have it, I think it was Dirty Work, came out like a year and a half later or so. So he has to promote it, and he's on the press thing. So Lauren has him back and has him host the show. And I remember he went out there, and his opening joke, he just comes out. And he was just like, something like this. Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, I actually got fired from this show about a year and a half ago because they said I wasn't funny. And now here I am. I'm hosting the show. So that means one of two things. Either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks.
He's actually not only one of the funniest comics working today, his name is really fun to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr!
Thank you. How are you? How's it going? Still got some life in you? Awesome. I can't wait for these elections to be over. You know? It's like enough already. Just fucking pick somebody. How many more goddamn debates are gonna be, right? 1,000 points of light, health insurance trickling down, everybody gets applesauce. Doesn't matter. I want to find an honest guy. You know what I mean? Some guy who's just gonna get on TV and be like, look, in order for this whole thing to work, at least 2/3 of you need to just go to the beach and walk into the ocean. There's only so much chicken and fresh water left. If you're not in that upper third, just be honest with yourselves. You know, they should have auditions. Whatever you do, you got to audition to still be here. Right? You're a plumber, fix that sink better than 70% of the other fuckers. That's it. Put some wrenches in your pocket, go to the beach, and out you go. Yeah, straight across the board. Dentists, comedians, I'd do it. I'd stand in a line with a bunch of clowns, right? Tumblers and shit. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't. No, I take comfort in knowing that. There's no way I'm making it. I'm useless. I am. I'm 44. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. Why am I still here? Just another person taking up space, walking into a Starbucks. Oh, Sheryl Crow CD. Right? Why am I here? I have a horrible science background. Do you know cruise ships blow my mind? Blow my mind. I don't get how something that big and metal can float. I don't get it. Makes no sense. And there's always some nerd there to try to explain it. Well, the area times the mass. Oh, fuck you with your magic. I don't get it. It's got a smokestack. It's got an anchor. Right? Dude, explain the pool. How can you have a pool on a boat? You dug a hole in the boat, filled it with water, you got fat people going in it. That's game, set, and match. Speaking of nerds, when is the nerd epidemic just gonna end? Like, when is the nerd bubble just gonna burst? They're fucking everywhere. Every show, they got some guy with black frame glasses. Oh, I'm kind of awkward. I don't know how to talk to the opposite sex. Like, this is supposed to, like, inspire me? You know, when I was a kid, nerds had shame. They had shame. They had horrible days at school. They were stuffed in lockers, left there overnight reading whatever they could find. Then in the mornings, janitor let him out, and then they got the shit kicked out of him for wearing the same stuff 2 days in a row. Now they're walking around all proud, double pocket protectors, black socks yanked up. This is what happens when you get rid of bullying. It is. When you get rid of a species' natural predator, it just grows exponentially. Actually, Nerd Jesus died in the last year, right? Steve Jobs. Yeah, he died, right? I know, a lot of nerds here tonight. I know, you're sad. I didn't get it. I didn't get the big deal they made about that guy. When he died, they were like, he changed the world. That was insane. He changed the world. The world was one way, and then Steve Jobs came, and it was another. What did he do? Somebody, for the love of God, what the fuck did that guy do? What did he do? He told other people what to invent? I want my entire music collection in that phone. Get on it! Right? And then these poor, nameless, faceless scientists got to go in a back room and figure it out. How the fuck are we going to get all of this into this? I mean, what year does this guy think this is? This is crazy. This is like Buck Rogers. Dude, my kid has a birthday in like 11 months. Steve Jobs just walking by. I don't hear any thinking going on in there. Just strutting around the office, eating some pretentious fruit like a pear, right? Just throwing out ideas. There's another one. There's another one I just came up with on the way to work. I was reading a magazine the other day, turning pages, you know? I like to turn pages on a screen that aren't even there. Yeah, wrap your fucking heads around that, guys. See you in 8 years. Where you going, Michael? Big, little, get on it! Right? And all these people slave away to make his vision come true. And then they have the big nerd fest, right? Down there at Comic-Con and all their nerd mecca. They're all showing up with their acne and their Hulk shirts, limping into the arena, right? Does Steve Jobs go out with a whole chorus line of scientists? No, he goes out there by himself. Sneakers and no belt, like it was no biggie, right? like he's Tesla, tapping into the atmosphere. I know, this is always uncomfortable. I know, you bought into it, right? That whole advertising, the way they aligned themselves with some of the greatest people of all time. Jesus, Gandhi, me. Remember that? Muhammad Ali, John Lennon, this guy. How the fuck was that dude like any of them? Gandhi didn't have a sweatshop. Nah, he didn't have people leaping to their deaths only to catch a net and get ricocheted back through the window to have to put together yet another iPad. John Lennon didn't have children in his basement pressing those fucking albums. I know. New phone can't fit the old charger. This is your hero? This is the guy? This is what all the silence is about? New phone can't fit the old charger, so then you gotta throw it out, ends up in the ocean around some octopus's neck. Do you realize how much sea life is ecstatic that that man is no longer walking the earth?